Alright guys, we are back with a video response to Comic Collector Geek. I guess last Friday, he did a video for top 5 animal covers, right? And I don't have a lot of animal covers, but one of my favorite characters is Usagi, which again, if you've watched over the last 2 years, you've probably picked up on that. He's been the center of a lot of hauls. So instead of doing like my top 5 animal covers, I thought, let's just do some Usagi covers, right? So we got Usagi Yojimbo, Wanderer's Road. So how he did his was a top 10. I'm not necessarily going to do a top 10. I'm just going to show off some awesome covers, broken up into some different categories, right? So they had Peach Momoko do some covers for Wanderer's Road. These are 2 of them for issues 4 and 6. Here's issue 5. I just think Peach Momoko really outdone herself with these Usagi Yojimbo covers because they are great. This next portion I'm going to do is cover homages. I could be mistaken, but this Space Usagi, that's got to be a cover homage to the Punisher book. So that's what I'm thinking. That's a pretty dope cover homage. Next up is Usagi number 20. I don't have Usagi number 1 from the Fantagraphics run, but it took me a minute. I actually was watching his video where he talked about Usagi Yojimbo number 1. I was like, man, this cover seems so familiar. It's got to be an homage to issue 1, that same orange background with Usagi holding his sword. So I'm pretty sure Usagi 20, which should be her first appearance, is a cover homage to Usagi number 1. Speaking of that, we've got Usagi number 6, the IDW run. This is a cover homage to his first appearance. So yeah, that is pretty sweet. I don't know if I'll ever own his first appearance, but they basically got him to cover homage it with issue 6. So I love both of those books because they're 2 books that are on my want list, but we'll see if we get them. Now I think a lot of he's had 4 volumes so far. He's had Mirage, Fantagraphics, no particular order, I guess, at this point, Dark Horse, and IDW. And I think they're just littered with really cool covers. And I don't have the Mirage issue 1 yet, but I do have Mirage issue 2. And he really teamed up with the Turtles a lot. In fact, I was thinking about showing off the newest miniseries, but I forgot to grab it before I started filming. But anytime he's teaming up with the Turtles, you're bound to get some cool covers because, Eastman will do some, and Stan Sakai will do some. So they typically make some pretty darn good covers together. All right, next up is Usagi 35. I really like that one, and man, it was really hard narrowing down these Fantagraphics books because he just looks so cool on so many of the Fantagraphics ones. But I really didn't want this to be a long video where I just showed off a bunch of Fantagraphics books. So it was really tough narrowing it down to just 2 from that run. And I wanted to mix things up, so I grabbed Lone Goat and Kid. Now, I've only read a couple of books that they're actually in, but man, they are awesome. Their first appearance, where they actually fight Usagi, is it's just so cool, man. Because even the little kid's getting in on attacking Usagi. But he's definitely one of the cooler characters in the whole Usagi lore. So I really, really enjoy anytime Lone Goat and Kid are on there. Like I said, I haven't read a lot of where they're in there, but anytime they're in there, man, they steal the show. And then from the Dark Horse run, I snagged this one, guys. We just did our Usagi Yojimbo haul Tuesday night, and that was one of the covers that I really liked from it. I will say, Dark Horse, you can tell they're just brighter especially like Dark Horse and IDW, they're just brighter than Fantagraphics and even Mirage. Like you've got, like check it out. You'll see covers like these very often. Fantagraphics right there on the right, Dark Horse on the left. I think these two show like a contrast in how the covers look since the 2000s versus, the 80s and 90s. The covers were just darker. Fantagraphics through Mirage, they were darker and more intense, almost epic, I guess. But the left have always kind of felt more festive and brighter. And personally, I like them both. I think Usagi rocks both of them. So these were just some. Like I said, I personally love all eras of his covers. I think all his covers are really sweet. But I didn't really want this to turn into like a 10 or 20 minute video talking about all these different covers, which it very easily could have. But this video has been going on for 5 or 6 minutes. So that's plenty to talk about some covers. So guys, let me know who some of your favorite animal covers are. And if you haven't watched or checked out Comic Collector Geek, do be sure to do that. I guess every Friday he puts out these Friday challenges. So we'll see what the next one is. But yeah, this was my submission, if you want to call it, into that. Basically, I love these Usagi covers. So he's my pick when we start talking about anthropomorphic comic book characters. So again, check out his channel, like, comment, subscribe his stuff if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video, guys.